Black people are letting the world know that Karmelo Anthony needs to be in jail. If you commit the crime, you must do the time.
No reason why he should have pulled out a knife. You don't do something like that. You fight it out like a man.
What would you say to them saying that it was 4 against 1?
It wasn't 4 against 1. None of the evidence points to that.
Why do everybody think Karmelo is not guilty? Like, y'all got to start taking race out of everything. Like, Karmelo is definitely guilty. He did not need to use deadly force against that boy. He killed that boy in cold blood. Look at the facts. Like, you was asked to leave the tent multiple times before they even did anything to you or touched you. You should have left the tent. That was his first mistake right there. When you trying to prove self-defense by deadly force, you have to have taken every option to get out the situation. He had an option to get out the situation. He did not have to stay in the tent when he did that. 2, he had the nerve to say, touch me and see what happens. You see what I'm saying? Like, Karmelo knew he had a knife on him. You see what I'm saying? And boom, you getting into it with 3-4 boys. Like, you know they're gonna jump you. You know what I'm saying? So you egged him into fighting you, so you had a reason to stab him, and it didn't go his way. Like, it's levels to self-defense, and I feel like we need to start teaching people what real self-defense is when it's coming to using deadly force.
I'm not no Uncle Tom neither, but y'all got to make sure y'all got y'all common sense making caps on today. The only thing that black people trying to do right now is ricochet this shit past the point of what the fuck it really is. If your coach told you to fucking leave the premises and everybody to leave, and you stayed there, provoked the situation, and then stabbed the kid, motherfucker, you supposed to be in jail.
Guys, this shouldn't be an argument. If you stab somebody at a school event, you should go to jail. Why didn't you just fight the other kid? What made it seem as if it was a good idea to stab another child? Why are we fighting over this as black people? What the hell is wrong with y'all?
Karmelo Anthony unalived Austin Metcalf. He stabbed him in the chest. That's a fact. It was not self-defense. If they were getting into a little teenage altercation on a track field under a tent over a seat, that does not qualify having a weapon in your backpack that you had already gotten in trouble for, taking it out and stabbing a kid in the chest because you were bullied before. Like, are you people, black people, are you kidding me right now? The word accountability just kind of goes right over your head. Y'all don't even know what that is.
Drew Anthony, you're and a coward, and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? You people hang your hat on the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you?
It's a hard knock life for everybody, regardless of how people feel. Karmelo Anthony's family is still hurt. His mother and his father are claiming to be broke. They're sobbing on national TV. They're looking for a way to get their baby boy out of jail, regardless of what y'all got to say about it. They feel like he's innocent, even though he took another boy's life.
Karmelo Anthony's family is also talking tonight. They believe the trial was unfair from the start. They do plan to appeal. Our Ken Molestina to continue now our team coverage.
A day after the trial, Karmelo Anthony's parents, Andrew Anthony and Kayla Hayes, sat down to break their silence and to let the world know how they're feeling as their son begins his 35-year sentence for murder. Despite what a jury found, his parents dispute their son ever wanted to kill Austin Metcalf.
My son is no murder. My son didn't intend to hurt anyone. My son was defending himself. And that's what hurt so bad.
His mother recounts the moment she addressed the jury and made her plea to them during the sentencing phase.
To have mercy on my son. That's what I told the jury. I know they had their minds made up already, so, I mean, really wasn't much I could say to change their mind.
Both parents fighting back emotions and tears as they described what they believe was a flawed trial.
We were delusional. We thought we was going to get a fair shake.
They claim there were inconsistencies from the get-go, despite witnesses who took an oath vowing to tell the truth.
Everyone actually lied on the stand.
Everyone.
All of the witnesses' statements were inconsistent. All of them.
His father says the court of public opinion had made up their mind about his son long before the trial began.
He was convicted when he walked out of the jail. If you looked at the news all last year, he was already convicted. If you look at it, it was already done. It was no innocent until proven guilty. He was already guilty.
He says the threats of violence against them continue.
People want us dead. That's what.
After they still got what they wanted.
After they still got what they want, they still want us dead. I can see. You see, I go look at my phone. People want us dead. They want our family dead.
And now they're preparing to appeal.
They did a number on us.
A judicial process they believe wronged them.
We didn't get justice. A lot of things that were missed that should have been handled a certain way. However, we couldn't say anything. We did what was instructed. We was told, so we just did what we was told.
Ken Molestina, CBS News, Texas.
I'm pretty sure if the shoe was on the other foot, Karmelo's family would sue the life out of the Metcalf family. No doubt about it. Austin Metcalf's parents went through a whole lot. They're still going through a whole lot because they know Austin is not going to walk through that door. He recently did an interview. I want to pull this up for y'all real quick because y'all need to see the hurt and the pain on this man's face. If there's a knife fight going on, make sure everybody bring a knife to the knife fight. If it's a gunfight, make sure everybody got guns for the gunfight. If you're going to fight somebody, fight them with your fist. Don't stab them in the heart and run the other way.
Karma's a vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I don't have to come after you. It's going to take care of itself. People are going to see you for who you really are now. And if we want to talk individuals, we can, because I couldn't speak about this in court. But I can speak freely now because the gag order is lifted. Tiffany Billions, Wackadoo, McAdoo, whatever her last name is, I'm not going to throw insults at you because I'm not going to lower myself to your level. But you're despicable. Drew Anthony, Kayla, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentencing or victim statement impacts. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or Go Send Go money. You are grifters. You should be ashamed of yourself. You raised that child. And I swear to God, CPS should come check on those other three that you still have. You never once admitted or took accountability. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide. And what'd you do? You widen the gap even further. You hire a convicted, baby shaking felon who's only in it for the money, who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference. Oh, funny. I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, but I left when asked. I didn't stab anyone. And then you proceeded to gaslight me with your convicted felon, quote, advocate, minister? Minister of what? Minister irrelevant? Minister of bullshit? How about minister fuck you? Y'all think I'm a saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin because I don't walk on water and I don't turn into wine. And anybody else can, step up. Don't become kicking rocks in my backyard. Look in your own. The display of adults on the internet. If your children saw how you acted, would you be proud? Or is that what you teach them? Do you teach them that racism is okay? Do you teach them? Do you inbred? Do you program your kids to hate, to kill? From day one, I said this was never about race. Please don't make it about race and don't politicize it. And what did you do? You chose both. The race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You have embarrassed your own culture and race. Don't get me wrong, we got white people that embarrass the shit out of me too. But you guys, you got a patent on that shit. And the only people that's going to change it are you. Don't blame the white person because we can't change it. But you're going to blame the white person for everything else. We're the bad ones. We're the one that held you down. Guess what? You can do everything in America that I can do. Tell me one thing you can't do that I can't do. We all have equal rights. What's it say? All men are created equal. The First Amendment protects free speech. I'm for it. Free speech doesn't guarantee you safety. Perfect example, Charlie Kirk, a man who I admired, looked up to. You know why? Because he could fight with words and logic. He didn't need fists, guns, or knives. No, he sat down and talked with you. How do you solve any situation when there's a problem? Communication. Charlie was an expert. That's one person I admit I would not want to debate. He was a walking chat GPT. But he held strong on his faith. He never wavered. His convictions were solid. He was a good man. Taken too soon also. Some people called him racist. Some people call me racist. Does it make me racist? No. My grandfather once told me, what other people think of you, son, is none of your business. I didn't quite understand it then, but I understand it now. The only person that judges me is God, and God sees all. I give what you get, or what you give, or to me, I'll give you back. So, am I racist? Yeah, I'm racist against assholes. I don't like them. I could care less about the color of your skin. We all bleed the same color. The mental capacity of others sometimes astonishes me. At someone at a certain age, let's just say 40, 50, I would assume, and this is my fault for making assumptions, that you would have common sense, that you be intelligent. You could make a difference between right and wrong. Nah, ain't got nothing to do with age, ain't got nothing to do with color. It's up to you who you want to be. You chart your course. Guess what? It's not going to go the way you think. Promise. If there's a person who exists on this entire planet who's never had a problem, one, in their life, please step up. I want to meet you because I want to know how you did that. It's not possible. Drew Anthony, you're and a coward, and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? You people hang your hat on the dumbest I've ever seen. Let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you?
I did not like that last part of what he said. That was fucked up. The watermelon felon. What's gonna be next? They're gonna be calling him the chicken wing king. If that wasn't racist, I don't know what is racist. I know he's mad. He got every right to be upset. But calling him the watermelon felon, that was a low blow.
So, starting from the beginning, April 2nd, I received a phone call from Coach Jackson and said, Jeff, all I know is Austin has been stabbed. I asked him where. He said Kirkendall Stadium. I immediately hung up the phone and I made it there in about 4.5 minutes. When I arrived, it was pretty chaotic. A lot of police cars, a lot of people. I ran through probably 10 different officers who tried to stop me. When I did reach the track, the scene that I saw was my son, Austin, and they had a C machine on it, which actually it automatically pumps on your chest. But when I saw him, I knew he was gone. I prayed for a miracle. And as soon as that happened, I asked the ambulance, the EMTs, what hospital they were taking him to. And once they instructed me where they were going, I directed my attention to finding Hunter. And they said he was taken to the locker room in the field house. So I proceeded to go run over there. And I found Hunter, who was uncontrollably out of control, bawling, emotional wreck. So I have to try to gather him and maintain myself. And all we do is we pray, we pray, we pray. And I tell him, let's go, let's go. I'm taking you to the hospital. You're riding with me. And we get in the car and we're praying. Because I am praying for a miracle at this point because I know my son was gone. But we get to the hospital. We get in the room. I have to make the phone call to his mom when we were driving to inform her to meet us at the hospital. By this time, the word's getting out to certain family members. Certain people are showing up at the hospital. Takes probably, I'd say, a good 10 minutes before the doctors come in. I knew what was fixing to be said. I knew by the look on their face that Austin had passed away. And they confirmed that. That very second, Hunter spun out of control. And it took 5 officers to get him under control. We had to admit him and get him sedated. And then at that point, they wouldn't allow us to see our son because now it is a crime scene. So they have to process the body. So for over 2 hours, we can't even see Austin. And by this time, a huge crowd of students, parents, friends is overflowing this hospital. It is so touching and so moving. And we're all so distraught over the news of Austin's passing. That moment, I became totally numb and went into what I call survival function mode. I had to find and buy burial plots, funeral homes, arrangements, so many things that had to be done. And I needed to stay focused. That very first night, our church held an impromptu vigil. Our church holds 1,500 people at Hope Fellowship. It was overflowing. There was over 1,700 people that showed up that night. Very touching. An outpouring from the community, friends, family, even people who didn't know us. showed up in support. And I spoke that night about who Austin was. He was a leader, on and off the field. He touched people's hearts in ways others couldn't. He was loved by so many, and so many loved him. I told a story that night, and I told the story when I was diagnosed with cancer in my cancer group. They asked us, define success. And it went around the room, and most people, some of the common stuff, oh, I'd like a big house and car and, a lake property or whatever. But when it came my turn, I had a different view. I said, my success will be judged by how many people show up at my funeral. And what do I mean by that? Well, when you go to a funeral, the people that attend are someone, hopefully, you have touched their life in a positive way. Because one thing about people, they don't remember how big your house was, what kind of car you drove, how big your bank account was, where you got your nails done. None of that matters. What matters is people always remember how you make them feel. They'll never forget how you make them feel. Because there's no U-Haul behind a Hershey.
Rest in peace to Austin Metcalf. I want to give a special shout out to Jeff Metcalf and all of his family and friends, all the people that's suffering behind his loss. I want to give a special shout out to Trayvon Martin's family and all the people suffering behind his loss. I want to give another special shout out to George Floyd's family and all the people suffering behind his loss. America, we gonna have to find a way to come together, love each other, embrace each other. We need to figure out a way to come together, hug one another, love one another, join hands, join the caravan of love, y'all. And one more thing before I go, make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and one more thing before
subscribe to my channel if that's what you want. But if that's not what you like, then you must be a